Prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time. That's the name.
Prime time.
Prime time.
What time is it? Showtime prime time.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
I reduced my toilet paper down to 3 squares.
Matt Hayes.
Big asses, and big thighs, yeah.
And Leon Searcy.
Bringing you love, peace, and soul.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
Oh, I like where we are today. That's for sure. We are in a good spot, and we're here amongst the people who have made sure that we enjoy days like today. Welcome to the Patriots Outpost. We are out here at the beautiful Furyk and Friends Golf Tournament, and the Patriots Outpost is designed to say thank you, Mr. or Mrs. Military who have served in years past or currently serve right now. And that's where we're hanging out today, and we'd love to see you. Furyk and Friends Golf Tournament. As I look at you guys and we get everything set up, we're on the YouTube stream. You guys can definitely log on. Maybe we'll even get Gibby to move it around and show the golf course off just a little bit. But this is the first day. They're competing for a big prize. And Sunday, I don't know if we'll get a winner at the bank on Sunday, but we will get a winner here, gentlemen, on Sunday.
It's interesting is Timuquan apparently was really affected by the storm.
Yeah.
So it looks beautiful.
We got a lot of rain.
Yeah, it looks beautiful right now, like perfect.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
What do you want me to say about the course?
Let's get into it, man.
The ride was bumpy here. How about that?
I can just tell you this.
Almost as bumpy as the first 4 weeks of this season.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and so I'm just saying there's going to be a winner crowned here. I don't know if we'll get a winner on Sunday at the bank. We will definitely dive into that today. Your thoughts on whether or not they can beat the Colts, keep the Colts curse alive. We would love to hear from you on that front. So you can join us. You can easily go to the YouTube stream, follow us there. You can watch. Like we said, we may put Gibby to work and just kind of spin it around to see the golf course every once in a while. But you can hit it on the text line as well, 641-1010. We'll be looking at the leaderboard. We might even be able to say hello to Paul Goidos in a little bit, Steve Flesh as well, and maybe Tom Lehman before the day is done. I just passed a group, and I tweeted it out. Davis Love, Justin Leonard, and Jim Furyk. Furyk's the host. Leonard and Davis Love, two pretty big names. All three have won major titles. 2 of the 3 have won the Players. That was a pretty good group. They had a big group around them, so it was nice to see. It really was.
This thing's gotten bigger and bigger every year.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got some legit Ernie Els. You got some legit players here, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that I'm joking with a handful of my buddies, Chris Seeley being one of them, who was over there with Caddyshack, runs the Caddyshack tournament, and so he brings in some of these guys there, and these are the guys we grew up with. It would, Leon, imagine if you could still play football like these guys still play golf. Now, you guys were banging heads
senior league
and whatnot.
Football players.
But honestly, there are guys out here right now that were starring on tour when you were starring in a football uniform.
Yeah.
And I describe it as life's greatest mulligan. They get to go back out and start it all over at age 50. Just imagine if you could do that. In a non-physical sport, of course.
I would absolutely love it. Absolutely. If I could come out here and hit some balls around and enjoy it. Like Matt was saying, that this thing is year after year, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Crowds getting bigger and everything. The guys that are coming to play is getting bigger. So, yeah, absolutely. I'll
give you an example. Steve Flesh, who I caught up with yesterday, and we'll air a quick interview from him coming up just a little bit because he's out on the golf course. He's made $13 million. He won earlier this year, and he's pushing towards $16 million.
On the senior tour?
From the PGA Tour.
Okay,
he won 4 times there. And then
you got me scared there for a second.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying it is life's greatest mulligan because they're playing for a nice purse here, and they'll have a chance to deposit that check, however big it may be. And the other beautiful thing about PGA Tour Champions play is it's a no-cut event. And so you can definitely enjoy it. You will not have a guy miss a cut, which is what you generally have on the PGA Tour. So VyStar, the military sponsor of the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, here with our Patriots Outpost. And we want to say thanks to them, and they definitely take care of all the military. They underwrite the complimentary tickets for men and women in the military, their families, both active duty and retired, including veterans. So we say thanks to VyStar, that's for sure, as they definitely make sure the Patriots Outpost is here for everybody. I want to say thanks to a bunch of others, people that have been on 1010 a bunch, Island Wing, Taco Lou, Chick-fil-A, Sonati's, Bluebell. They are all providing great grub for the military out here.
All I know is who just strolled up. He's not supposed to be on until around 3, but Dave Campo, he's ready to go, man. He's ready to talk ball because it's this is it, man. I know we've said this the last 3 weeks, but it is absolutely must win.
Well, we've reached that point. There's no question about it. We have reached a point where I did my preview, which we'll put out on social coming up in just a little bit. They are approaching Herb level awful. Herb level awful. And I just said it on the on the handoff. If they fly 0-5, they fly across the pond 0 and flipping 5.
And they might come back 0-7.
This fan base is going to flip and trip. Okay? They have got to win this football game. I don't know if it's going to happen, sirs, but they have got to win this football game.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, they've been an embarrassment, to be quite honest with you. I mean, they've been in a litany of follies. This team has been in at least 3 games they should have won. If they just take care of business, if they just respond a little differently than the way they respond. This team doesn't handle adversity well, doesn't know how to come back, doesn't know how to fist fight when they get pushed into a corner. That's all you have to do. So, I mean, yeah, if this team goes down 0-5 to a Colts team that hasn't won here in a decade, and then goes over the pond and then shows its tail again, oh, my goodness, yes. We're trading on Urban Meyer. We're trading on Urban Meyer.
I mean,
0-5 the last time was in 2021.
So I think that might also be the last time a team started 0-5 and someone wasn't fired. That right after 0-5, you know what I mean? Like that, believe me. It's rare that you can get to 0-5 in the NFL and someone isn't paying for it.
Okay, but I know you're into that. Name the last guy that was fired 0-5. It doesn't happen. You've got to get a little further along.
Google search on that, Joe.
Okay, do a Google on that because they do not get canned. They get canned in baseball, as we say hello to Coach Campo. They get canned in the NBA and the NHL. They just don't get canned that often in the National Football League. Coach, were you canned?
Well, don't bring him in. Like he's all.
I'm not even going to ask if he was 0-5.
I love him to death, but he will absolutely back coaches.
He might have gone 5-11, but he didn't go 0-5. Is
That's
what I'm trying
correct.
to say.
Right, and that's the point.
But listen, 0-5 doesn't get bounced.
No, I would agree with that. I think that it's they're going to make an adjustment based on what happens during the season. They've proven before that they can start slow and finish fast, although last year they went the opposite of that. But in 2022, they did not 0-5, but they started slow and finished fast. I think the problem we have right now, this football team is not going at a level. They're underperforming. It's very simple.
Yeah,
but
no
at the
question.
same time, it can turn around on a dime. You get one win, and then all of a sudden that confidence starts to build a little bit, and you go forward.
I was saying that too, Coach. Listen, all this team really needs is to see themselves on film making plays and winning a ball game. And then you can switch, and then now you want to go. It becomes contagious. You get that one way, you say, okay, let's try to get. I've been in a situation where I've been 4-7, the worst record, and then we had to win out to get in the playoffs.
Right.
So it becomes like a one-game playoff. You just got to win. You got to win the next week, the next week, the next week. Before you know it, now you got yourself on the road.
So the most recent one is Lane Kiffin after 20 games with the Raiders.
After 20, he got canned?
After 20, right.
All right, well.
Lou Holtz got canned after 13. Pete McCulley got canned from the 49ers after 9. That was in 78.
Right. So, yeah.
George Allen got canned by the Rams after 2 preseason games.
I'm going to describe that as rare, okay? I'm definitely going to describe that as rare.
Hey, it's happened.
You're a Google master now. You're unbelievable. But let me just say this. All they're seeing right now, I'm with Leon, all they're seeing right now is the 3 or 4 plays that they're not making.
Right.
All they need is one game where they see the 3 or 4 or 5 plays that make the difference that they are making, and that makes a difference. There's no question with the psyche of a player.
Well, I think, and we talked about this with you earlier, Coach, is that the idea that the question was actually asked into Week 5, hey, Doug, have you lost this football team? And he said no, and Trevor bristled at the question, and I totally get all of that, but you've got to fix it somehow, some way. And as I was doing my preview, taking a look at this thing, the secondary for the Colts let Justin Fields throw for 3 touchdowns. Okay? This does not happen very often in the National Football League. Other secondaries have been able to detail, control, and basically rein Justin Fields in, forcing him to have to run the football. He ran for an okay number of yards, but he threw for 3 touchdowns. This secondary, Trevor should get some success against the secondary.
Well, first of all, if you're looking at the Colts are a perfect example of starting slow and then having a few good things happen. The reason the Colts have turned it around is turnovers. They have, and sacks. Those are the things that they've done to get themselves righted in a way. That's not a great football team we're playing against here now. I mean,
you guys realize that the Texans had 3 new starters in the secondary last week. You realize that, right?
Oh, yeah.
You guys are saying that they should be able to throw the ball against the Colts?
Well, I'm talking about Trevor. I'm talking about the number 1 pick. I'm talking about the generational guy who's barely over 50%. Yeah, I'm actually thinking he probably should get off on them just a little bit.
And guess what? They're giving up
here for Matt Hayes.
Right, that's exactly what
and get what? Listen to this. They're giving up 164 yards a game rushing.
Right.
So this defense is number 32. We may be 30, but the defense is 32.
You know what else?
And by the way,
they got 2 dubs. This team has none.
I know, but
turnovers.
Hey, Coach, at least Duval isn't DAL in that stat that you just brought up, and we will happily take that, right? There's nothing else we can live off of.
Yes.
But yes, 0-4 versus 2-2. I would agree with you. Take a look at the teams they played. Take a look at the teams this team has played. That does have something to do with it, Matt. The way college football works as well. There are a bunch of undefeated teams that haven't played anybody.
So now we're going to – now the excuse is going to be who they played?
I'm just saying –
if they don't fumble the ball, they beat the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do we agree on that?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
I have them 3-1.
Okay.
Yeah,
they
I get it.
Very easily could be 3-1. You know why they're not? Because they're not a good team.
Yeah. I get it. I'm just saying the other team has – and by the way, they played Houston pretty close, just like Jacksonville did. Mm-hmm. They had Houston at home in Indianapolis. Ended up being, what, a 5-point game? Sound about right?
Less than that.
It might have been a 4-point game.
Yeah.
And so, heck, I'll have to look it up. But it was very, very close. And then they had Chicago. They've been able to scratch out a couple of wins.
I understand that, but the Bills are really the only legit team where you're like, yeah, all right, that's a legit team.
Right, this team got thumped
because
by
now
them.
You're already looking at – now you're reassessing the way the Dolphins look. Now you're reassessing the way the Browns look. And now you're reassessing the way the Texans look. Because everybody says, 9-8 can win this division now. Mm-hmm. So the idea that these first 4 games were this gauntlet, no, I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying it.
Okay, it was 4 playoff teams. That's the only thing I'm going to say. This team blew it. There's no question about that. But it was 4 playoff teams. That does
matter. From the previous season, yeah. Yes, agreed.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
And by the way, the Cleveland Browns made it to the playoffs without Deshaun Watson, okay? And then they got him back.
I think Dave wants to come across. He wants to come across the table.
No. I am in such a good mood.
The best part is he actually agrees with me, but he's not going to say it.
Well, no. I agree with all 3 of the things that have been said. The one thing I agree with Joe about is that this is a must-win from a not from firing the coach, but for the football team.
Yeah. From psyche.
For the psyche,
yes.
the confidence level, all those things. That's what this game is. They got to right the ship right now. Now, they may win this game and then lose the next 5 if they're a lousy football team. But I'm going to say if they win this game, then all of a sudden you're looking ahead with some
I don't
hope.
Disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. But I also will, just real quick, Joe, I also will throw in this caveat. You lose this game, and you can very easily see 0-8, 0-9 down the road, too.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's get into it. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosure, 641-1010. You can jump in the YouTube chat. Let us know what you're thinking there. Do they have it? Do they don't? I'm guessing most of Duval would be saying, they don't. But let us know what it will take for them to score the win. The Colts curse needs to remain alive. I do not need Flippin' Flacco or AR to come in here and deal Duval another L. So jump in. We hang out at the beautiful Patriots Outpost. We say thanks to ViStar for hooking us up today. And we say thanks to Florida Home AC, our Friday sponsor. You can bring some rock and roll suggestions our way. Throw them RJ, the DJ's way, 641-1010. You can definitely hang out with us. It is XL Primetime on a beautiful Friday.
Can you make picks like a pro? Yes! The 10-10 Weekly Pick'em Contest is brought to you by MyBookie. Make the best picks and win a pizza party from Salvatore's Pizza at Tapestry Park.
Are we doing this?
You pick 'em at 1010XL.com.
Every week, we're seeing listeners cash in betting with MyBookie. Mia here, and look, you don't have to bet big. Just getting some skin in the game makes it so much more fun. This weekend, your hometown team is actually favored to beat the Colts, -3. What a world! This may be one of those reverse jinx games where I bet the Colts to win, and if they don't, I'm still happy. The Bills play the Texans, and the Stephon Diggs revenge game sure sounds like a shootout, so give me the over on the 47.5 game total over there. And on Sunday night, the Cowboys are 2.5-point road dogs traveling to Pittsburgh. I'll take the Cowboys with the points. No way they start 2-3, right? The MyBookie double deposit bonus is still live up to $1,000. Get signed up now using promo code 1010XL to claim a bonus that doubles your money on your very first deposit. Double your money with promo code 1010XL before you even place a bet. One more time, promo code 1010XL. Bet on anything, anytime, anywhere at MyBookie.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Firehouse Subs is turning 30. Celebrate with them on Tuesday, October 8th from 5 to 6 p.m. at the Mandarin location. Meet Jacksonville, your favorite Jags players, and the cheerleaders. Join the fun at Firehouse Subs, 9825 San Jose Boulevard in Mandarin.
Buckle up. You're in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios with XL Primetime on 1010XL. Find your new Honda at your 8 local Honda dealers. Time now for a medical recap. A health and wellness tip from Jaguars head team physician, Dr. Kevin Kaplan.
Your musculoskeletal system carries the body, meaning that it maintains the structure against gravity. If you want your joints to stay healthy and seek the simplest solution, the best answer is to lose weight. Don't forget, the more weight you put onto your joints, the more pressure and stress there is on your hips and knees. This translates to more pain if you're already having issues. Losing weight is the quickest way to alleviate joint pain and boost your joint health. Go Jags.
I-9 Sports wants to make sure kids all over the First Coast can enjoy growing up on a field or in a gym. And right now, fall and winter registration is open. Find out what I-9 Sports offers across Duval, Clay, and St. John's. I9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount.
Pregame Friday is brought to you by MyBookie and Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
Brackish Vodka, the official vodka of UNF Athletics, 100% made in Jacksonville, is available at all local liquor stores. Visit Browdy's, Total Wine, ABC, Shores, Golden, Sahara's, Golden Ox, and more. Drink our gluten-free San Francisco Spirit award-winning vodka and see why it's the smoothest vodka you can buy. When you drink Brackish Vodka, you support all of our local employees, and all the money stays in Jacksonville. Drink Brackish Vodka and live life slightly salty. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Joe C. for the Preferred Group, they've got a drywall division, roofing division, gutter, and builders. They can take care of you. And when we're talking about construction, you really need to be confident in the people that you're working with because they're building your house. They're remodeling it. They're doing an addition. They're replacing a roof. Whatever it may be, just trust the local company. You can log on preferredbuildersjacks.com, preferredroofingjacks.com, and just know they've been here for decades and they can absolutely take care of you. And you want to make sure you ain't worrying when they're getting the job done and helping your dreams come true. Check them out, preferredroofingjacks.com, preferredbuildersjacks.com.
Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, congratulating our Scholar Athlete of the Week, Van Thong, senior football, soccer, and track and field athlete at Ed White High. As Mr. Senior Ed White High, Van participated in ROTC and the Student Government Association.
If you're looking for custom metalwork, look no further than Superior Fence and Rail. Whether it's custom railing, shade structures, or custom entry gates, their expert team controls the turnkey process. From CAD design and raw metal to powder-coated finish and expert installation. When you choose Superior Fence and Rail for your custom metal project, you get a project that's well, superior. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail today.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. Are you tired of wrestling with your old shower curtain? Then say goodbye to the curtain chaos and hello to a new frameless shower enclosure. Wago Glass is clear, classy, and won't stick to you like a toddler at bedtime. Plus, it makes your bathroom look bigger and brighter. Upgrade your shower experience and step into style. Call me at Baker Glass and get ready to love your new glass shower enclosure. Baker Glass, no one treats you better.
Expert Automotive on St. John's Bluff Road has some of the highest Google reviews in Jax for a reason. Expert Auto never sells greed, only what you need. All makes and models are serviced at Expert Automotive. This month, get an alignment inspection for only $19.99. Expert Auto does major engine and transmission repair and simple maintenance. All services done at Expert Auto by our ASC certified training technicians. Call today, 374-3373, and ask about $50 off any service. Expert Automotive. We never sell greed, only what you need.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists returns with their free bumps and bruises evaluation clinics. Now with 4 locations, these free injury assessments are open to all schools and athletic programs. Saturday mornings from 9 to 10 through October 26th at Cortex Sports Performance in Ponte Vedra, Preferred PT in Fleming Island, and also at Brooks Rehab on Centurion Parkway and Brooks Rehab at World Golf Village.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
It's Florida Home AC Friday on XL Primetime.
Hit the text line with some cool rock requests.
All right, let's say hello to our man. And this is a guy, honestly, when you talk about select company in the game of golf, we are out here at the beautiful Furyk and Friends Constellation Energy. Furyk and Friends presented by Circle K. And we are in the Patriots Outpost, and VyStar made sure to have a couple of golf dignitaries show up. This dude's got 59 on his resume, okay? Paul Goidas joins us now. Paul, welcome in. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
Listen,
great. Dignitary may be a stretch.
a little bit of a stretch?
How about journeyman?
Okay, well, listen, whatever. Journeyman means checks. Okay, would you agree with that?
It also means it's been a long journey.
Dignified journeyman.
33 years long. Yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to take some fans on the First Coast back, not to say anything negative about Paul Goidas, because it was a hell of a tournament.
Because I can do that myself.
I know, but it was just a hell of a tournament, and it was you and Sergio. It was the players. The wind, I'm telling you, just as a throwback for me, Maddie and Leon, I'm in one of the chalets with Timmy Tebow. He had already won one natty at that point, and we're leaning over the the edge, and we're upstairs watching, and that wind was absolutely howling. You had a chance to win the players. I'm not I said.
I did. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, yeah, I remember warming up on the range, and I always thought there was some chance we wouldn't play.
Yeah.
That the ball wouldn't stay on the greens.
Yeah.
It was blowing. They moved some pins around to make it playable for that day. I played good. Sergio played better.
That was just bad luck too, though, Paul.
Things like that happen. I don't know if there's any such thing as luck, by the way. You make your own luck. I will say this, is that if you'd have told me I was 5 under par for the tournament standing on the 4th tee, if you'd have told me I was going to shoot even par for the next 15 holes and not win the tournament, I would have said you're absolutely insane. There's no way. Sergio, I think, was 2 under the last 15 holes, which I just find – but there's, he's a major champion. He's a hell of a player.
And so we're going 2008. They moved it from March to May.
Yeah, I liked it better in May. I'm the only guy who liked it in May. I had a 2nd and a 3rd in May. I think in March I never made the cut.
It was incredible. All right, so you go from that. Like I said, I'm loving on him because he shot a 59 in his career at the John Deere Classic. He played his ass off at TPC Sawgrass. Didn't quite. You finished 2nd. That's still a killer paycheck. And then you come out and you shoot 5 under today here at Timuquana. What did you think of your start here?
I played very well. I mean, I really had no expectations coming in the golf course. I mean, I think we have to give a shout out to the grounds crew. I played Wednesday, and you needed a submarine to get from green to tee.
Yeah.
And today the golf course was in unbelievable condition. I mean, they really got it. They got out. They've obviously been working hard, probably 24 hours a day to get the golf course ready. The greens are absolutely perfect. Everything about the golf course is in great shape. It was hot today, but there really wasn't much wind. It was a good day for scoring. But I think we have to, tip our hat to the grounds crew. They got this place in immaculate condition. I know it's been a rough month.
Yeah. So, Paul, we asked every time we're here, we ask golfers the same question. The commitment and the energy and the competition doesn't change just because it's a senior tour, right?
Not at all.
What's it
once
like
you're,
out
once
there
you're
with you
inside the
guys?
ropes, we're all we've been, all of us have been doing this. Like I said, this is 30-something years for me playing between the Hogan Tour and the regular tour out here, and it's in our blood. What we do. Even you're starting to hear with Tiger talking about how when he turns 50, he's going to play the champion. It's what we do.
Right.
So once the flag goes up, once you're in between the ropes, it's everybody's trying to beat each other's brains out. That's just the way it is. And that's just the way sports are. I'm sure I can remember, if I'm playing ping pong with somebody, and I'm terrible, but it's unbelievably competitive.
That's a great point.
Playing Parcheesi with my kids when they were 3 and 5, I'm beating them. It's just the way we do things.
You do. You channel yourself. And Big Searcy is a Hurricane Hall of Famer. Played with
they're
the
good
Jags.
this year.
Yeah.
They are good this year.
They are. And they're coming out to Cal, and this is a Cal kid.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right.
Where are they playing?
They're playing
Cal
Berkeley.
Cal Berkeley.
Berkeley had a nice win against Auburn.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this. Cal is in the ACC these days. Have you heard? They're in the Atlantic Coast Conference.
I'm going to be honest with you. I've lost track of that.
Hey, everybody in college football has lost track because I call it the Any Coast Conference. Anyway, they're doing college game day out there. They're going out there.
Yeah, it's big.
So that's a conference game.
It is a conference game. Cal is a conference game now.
I love it.
Makes zero sense. All right, so the thing I love about this is this tournament, when we invite people to come out, we say, hey, see the stars. You guys have played. You guys have been in this game for a long, long time. And there are a lot of people out there, as soon as they see you guys, the memories come rushing back. So how do you think this will play out over the next couple of days as far as you and others kind of battling it out?
We've noticed this year, and it kind of happens on this tour as much as the cream rises to the top. If you were to look at our money list, it's kind of the same guys play well every week. Ernie Els has had a great year. There's just this, again, I'm a journeyman. I've had a great career. I'm not saying it, but, there's, everybody asks me, what was the difference between me and an Ernie Els or me and a Tiger Woods? And they beat you with 1,000 paper cuts. It wasn't one thing that stood out unbelievable.
Right.
But it was the accumulation of all of I bled out every single time when I played against those guys because they were just incrementally better. But what I would guess is the golf course is in, like I said, is in unbelievable shape. Hopefully the weather will hold. You're going to see good players shooting good scores is what you're going to see.
You're a Rams fan. How did they lose to the Bears, honestly? Look,
they have any injuries are a problem.
But it was a hell of a win the week before against San Francisco.
Conference game. I think San Francisco didn't have a great. They should have kept running the ball. The Rams defense is struggling. They're young. They're going to be. Hey, Sean McVay's. If he's not Andy Reid's by himself. I'll give you that. But then Sean McVay's he's in that second tier of great coaches, and he's going to get it figured out. Playing on the road. A morning game. It's an East Coast. They're harder, though. Sean McVay has a great record in those games. Now they got the Packers at home, and then they get the bye, which will help with the injuries.
That's what I was looking for, because we got to do our picks coming up, as we say, as we turn Paul Goidos loose. I think it's like
Packers are 3-point favorites at LA. Last I checked. I don't condone gambling.
What should we do?
The Rams are awfully beat up, and I think Green Bay has got an excellent coach too, and I think the Jordan Love.
And they just got smacked around by many.
Yeah, I'm just going to pray.
Okay.
I'm just going to pray.
Hey, listen.
It is in L.A. though, which makes it help.
It is.
Paul, we appreciate it. Best of luck. Enjoy the weekend here. Score well. That's
I will.
all we
Thank
can
you.
tell you. Thank you, buddy.
Good day.
Thanks,
all
Paul.
Paul Goidos shot him a 59 back in the day. Steve Stricker shot a 60. He shot a 59. They crushed it at TPC Deer Run, that's for sure. We had a good time with him, and we'll have a couple more. Steve Flesh will drop by a little bit later on, and maybe Tom Lehman. But he's got his Rams colors on right there.
Yeah, of course.
He's rocking it just a little bit. Now, speaking of picks, I'll just tell you guys this. I had a little bit of a tough time because I started kind of surveying where we are. And let me see if I can pull this up here, lads.
I got back in the right track. That's all I know.
You did. You at the very least. I went 3-3. All you guys went 4-2. And so right now, after week 5,
see, Coach for me. See,
Coach is 18-12. Searcy is 500, 15-15. I dropped one back, 14-16. Matty 9-21. Just trying to pull his like whenever you see these planes leave NAS and they fly over Timuquana, that butt's hanging low.
Yeah.
That's where Matt's at. He's trying to pull his butt just to where he can get up to full altitude.
I'm pacing myself.
I got to be honest, Matt.
You might, yeah.
Kind of like the Jaguars. You're underperforming.
You might be able to pull yourself out.
I am totally like the Jags, man. There's no doubt about it.
Okay, so real
100%.
quick. Real quick. All right, I'm looking at Bills, Texans, Cowboys, Steelers, Saints, Chiefs, Packers, Rams, Cardinals, 49ers. I will take suggestions from you guys, and we will put the three-pack together. I have in college, Mizzou, A&M.
It's a good game, man. It's a tough one, too.
Again, these are. I haven't put it all together. I got Mizzou, A&M. I got Iowa, Ohio State, Ole Miss, South Carolina.
That's a good one.
Cocky. I got Tennessee, Ark, and I got Miami, Cal. I don't know whether we're going to include
I'd go Miami, Cal, Mizzou, Texas A&M, and South Carolina.
All right, listen, we will
almost at South Carolina.
We will convene on that subject right now in the break.
Well, we're going to get into all of them at 6 o'clock on the College Football Show. How about that?
So the kickoff show is 6 p.m. tonight.
Right.
You're going to leave Timuquana, and you're going to be back at the studios.
6 p.m. tonight after Frangie on the FM from 4 to 6, Blue on the AM from 4 to 6. And then it's...
Will you go 6 to 7?
It's Hayes and LaSalva on the College Football Show from 6 to 7.
All right, love it. All right, so we got high school football tonight. I got to give you the high school hit coming up in just a little bit. We'll have picks coming up with our head coach, Dave Campo, as we are hanging out at the beautiful Furyk and Friends Constellation Energy, Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, and we are enjoying the Patriots Outpost, and thanks to ViStar for bringing in Paul Goidos.
You saw what happened. Jeff Lageman tells you why it happened.
And here's how you know you're right.
Jeff Lageman checks the tape for you. Tuesday on Jaguars Today. Brought to you by Napa Auto Care.
10 to noon on 1010XL.
At Honda, we appreciate all the comparisons to other vehicles. And no matter how many times they compare their vehicles to a Honda, only a Honda is a Honda. Remember, value, quality, safety, there is no substitute. Visit your local Honda dealer now and experience the difference.
Introducing Gatorade Water. Alkaline and electrolyte infused for great taste. Gatorade Water, always in motion.
Find it at your local Winn-Dixie for the athletes who give everything. Nothing beats Gatorade, the studied, tested, and proven fuel of the world's greatest athletes. Gatorade Water, proudly supporting high school sports on the First Coast.
Cruising with XL Primetime in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios on 1010XL.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
What percentage of people are left-handed? The answer next.
Hurricane season is here, and now is the time to ask your agent about your homeowner's coverage. It's time to make the change to Southern Oak Insurance.
Our family protecting yours, Southern Oak Insurance.
If you're left-handed, you're definitely a minority, as only about 10% of us are left-handed.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
It's time to take it back to the 90s, Jags fans. Be at the bank Sunday, October 6th, as we debut our Prowler throwback jerseys against the Colts and induct legendary head coach Tom Coughlin into the pride of the Jaguars at halftime. Kickoff is set for 1 p.m. You're not going to want to miss this matchup. Lock in your seats now by going to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On October 4th, 2018, NFL legendary quarterback Tom Brady becomes only the third NFL quarterback to record 500 career touchdown passes.
This right here is as good as it gets. This is life getting lived without obligations or complications. This is filling your cup and savoring the moment. This is the gift of presence, served to you in a place where there's room for everyone and enough to go around. And the best part, it's it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue, local pit masters since '68.
Wondering what you're going to do for dinner tonight? Southern Steer Butcher is a full-service butcher, and we grind and make sausage in-house every day.
Now open in Ortega. For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Attention veterans, the Fed has done it. They've lowered interest rates, the moment we've all been waiting for. And at Loan Pronto, they've lowered mortgage rates along with it. It's Prosser here for my friends at Loan Pronto. Listen, if you're a veteran with a current mortgage rate over 6%, Loan Pronto can do a streamlined refi, lowering your monthly payment with no income verification and no appraisal. Veterans can now access up to 100% of their home's equity and turn that into cash. You can get 50, 75, even 100 grand or more with no junk fees and no hassle with an APR in the low fives. So you can pay off all those credit cards, personal loans, and car loans. Veterans typically cut their monthly payments by $850. At Loan Pronto, they respect what you've done for our country, and we show it. Call now for a free rate quote with no credit pull. 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781.
Duck Duck Rooter provides plumbing, septic, and air conditioning services across the First Coast. We have the ability to travel straight to you when you need it most. We have our community covered. Duck Duck Rooter technicians are your neighbors, friends, and family. We know you best. Understand what sets us apart from the rest. When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguars defensive end Josh Hines-Allen has been limited in practice this week after being placed in the concussion protocol on Sunday at Houston. Jaguars head coach Doug Peterson was asked for an update on Hines-Allen this morning.
Still in the protocol. Optimistic, though. Still has to get through another phase, but he's doing well.
Peterson with an update this morning on Devin Lloyd, Darnell Savage, and Evan Ingram.
Devin will be good. Savage will be good. Both those guys should play. Evan, I think, is still day to day. He's done some good things this week, but we'll get through today. Probably game time, but we'll see where he's at as we get closer.
Doug Peterson this morning. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
It's Florida Home AC Friday on XL Primetime.
Hit the text line with some cool rock requests.
We always like a little rock and roll on a Friday, get you in the mood. Heading into the weekend, you can hit RJ the DJ up 641-1010. We say thanks to Florida Home AC, the official partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we say thanks to ViStar because you guys know this. Every time we come out here, the Patriots Outpost, and listen, I love I can go down the line with all the guys, Bill the Bureau, the Cotton Gin, Kathy, who was like the originator of all things military charities.
Right.
I mean, there's so many good people here, but ViStar is the one behind it, and we need to say hello to Sean Daugherty, who joins us now. He is part of ViStar with NAS VP of Operations. Sean, welcome in. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Hey, we appreciate it. And honestly, when I say this, is like people don't realize the undertaking. Like ViStar, your sponsorship, you got the Patriots Outpost that you provide, military hospitality tent. You make sure that military families, everyone that comes in, complimentary food, beverage, right here in the venue. You underwrite the complimentary tickets for military men and women and their families. That's a heck of an undertaking. It really is.
No, absolutely, and it's just so military is part of our roots. We were founded in NAS Jacksonville in 1952, so 72 years ago we were founded right next door here at NAS Jacksonville.
That's wild.
And it really was just a simple thing of 12 people, $60, wanting to make sure they took care of our military members, and to this day we still believe the military are an important part of our membership.
So many volunteers out too, all over the course. It's great to see people out pulling together for a fantastic cause.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, ViStar in particular, we have a strong belief in making sure that we do good in our community. And this is just another addition of our doing good for our community and our military members.
All right, so, Sean, give military either families, military members an invite. If they're not here now, and plenty of people have come through and enjoyed it, but give them an invite if they come out tomorrow and Sunday, what they can expect and enjoy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, one of the things that we're very proud of is we get to offer our military, our active military, our veterans and their families complimentary tickets to general admission to the Constellation Fiork and Friends Golf Tournament right here. With that admission, not only do they get admission to the grounds, but they also get, as you stated, the ViStar Patriots outpost here, which is a hospitality tent that we provide free food and beverages for. So it's a great event. On top of that, there's a kid zone here, so for the youngins, they can come over and enjoy the kid zone and have a little bit of fun. And of course, it's a beautiful golf course and a great day, hopefully for tomorrow and or Sunday. With a lot of great people out on the golf course.
Well, you picked some good ones as I take a look. Island Wing, Taco Lu, Chick-fil-A, Sonati's, and Bluebell. That is not a bad way to go for anybody, especially after they've been out walking and whatnot. They can come here, a little respite, a little shade, and some good grub.
Yeah, the food is great here. You can't complain about it, as you stated. You got a good diverse arrangement over there and just good quality food.
Well, Sean, we appreciate it very much. And like you said, this all began with ViStar right there at NAS, and we appreciate what ViStar has done for this tournament and for this community for sure.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sean Doherty, he joins us from ViStar. We already had one of the players come in with ViStar, Paul Goidos. We got Steve Flesh coming up a little bit later on. So awesome stuff. All right, we are hanging out. We're talking ball. We got to get back. I feel like I need to get to these picks. But we got to get Coach back in here for that. And then I need to touch on a couple of games in the college world before we get to a point where we're starting to make some of these picks. Did we actually decide on the games that we're going to go for? I don't think we did.
I think Leon and I did, but I don't know about you. Plus, Dave's like literally the mayor of this place.
He is, absolutely.
Everywhere we go, he's the mayor. And he's talking to volunteers.
He's a chatty.
He is a chatty guy. He is. Let's go with the two big SEC games. And by big, I mean the two where you don't really know what's going to happen.
Mizzou
at A&M and Ole Miss at South Carolina.
Do you want to go Ark, Tennessee?
No.
You don't want to go there?
I mean, I don't mind it because I think Arkansas is a desperate team. We could do that.
And look, the other ones
I'd rather do Miami-Cal.
Miami-Cal? Okay, fine.
Just because it's a big number.
It's a juicy number.
3,100-mile trip, man. By the way, I haven't looked at the 18-wheelers.
Yeah, check on the truckers, bro.
I haven't looked on it,
Make sure they got the cows, bro.
We have not checked on the stoners in the semi.
Exactly. I don't know what's going on. Last time I checked, they were 1,900 miles away. All right.
And they were posting on IG left and right.
They're having too much damn fun. You're supposed to be getting our equipment to California.
All right, real quick now, we mentioned some of the possible upsets that we might see on the slate tomorrow. Matt, any closer to that? Because, honestly, right now when you're thinking about what is possible, it's not to say.
All three of those games are upset.
A&M could pick off Mizzou.
Of course.
Who have they played? Mm-hmm. They were in a damn tight game against Vanderbilt when you boil it down. And A&M is starting to figure things out defensively for sure. Maybe a little bit offensively. They're not changing their quarterback. Am I right? They're going with Reed.
I don't know yet. That's going to be a game-time decision.
Is it really?
My guess is they're going with Reed. I'd be shocked if they – look, they've played better with Marcel Reed. There's no doubt about it in the last 3 games. They won all 3 games. He's a runner. He's a threat for them in the run game, which is obviously stresses defenses more. Whereas Connor Wigman is not a runner. He's a thrower. So, again, we'll see what happens, but I don't know why. I don't know how you could go 3 straight like that and all of a sudden break the juju you got going, you know?
Okay. All right. I like that. What the other one, South Carolina, has got a chance maybe to upset Tennessee. Or, excuse me, upset Ole Miss.
I think they got more than a chance, yeah.
Yeah, because they got a damn good defense.
They've got, I don't know about the whole defense, but they got dudes on the outside, 3 guys that can get the quarterback.
And you got Ole Miss kind of right now.
Really right now.
Trying to figure out exactly where they are.
A little bit, yeah.
They lost their star. They lost a little luster. Mm-hmm. They lost a little shine. Losing to Kentucky.
Doesn't mean they can't get it back.
No, absolutely.
But, yeah, it's
maybe
definitely
very interested to see how they respond to after that loss.
I believe it's a double-digit line, Tennessee and Arkansas. That one also seems just a little smelly.
I mean, you've got Kyle Kennard, you've got Gilbert Edmond, and you've got Dylan Stewart. Those are 3 legit rush ends for South Carolina. Again, I don't know about the rest of their defense, but when you can get the quarterback and affect the quarterback, you look a lot better everywhere else on defense.
Right.
So LSU could – here's the thing that scares me about South Carolina. LSU ran the ball. Didn't run it enough. They didn't commit to enough. They should have. But they ran the ball when they wanted to. And that's what Ole Miss does. Ole Miss is not really a throwing team.
Right.
Everything they do is based out of the run. So I think that's the way Ole Miss can go in there and win that game is you run the ball, slow down the game, force them to go out there on offense, which they're not that good at, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Force them to get out there on offense and to have to be nearly perfect every time they go out there.
Yeah, so that is really – and this is the first Saturday in October, and we know that it can happen, that you can see things all of a sudden just unravel. Let's get to Florida and UCF. As a matter of fact, I want to make this my 10-10 take, if you don't mind, RJ, because there's a lot on the line when you consider what's going to go down Saturday night, tomorrow night in Gainesville.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pit masters since '68.
So I've been talking to a few Gators out here. They're going to be heading tomorrow night to watch UCF roll into Gainesville, the Swamp. This is Central Florida on Central Florida crime. So if you are heading over there, check out Sonny's Barbecue. Pick up some great grub on your way to the game. You're talking racks of ribs, half a chicken, all those sides, and then you're tailgating before you know it. Know this, ladies and gentlemen. This is what is at stake. Billy Napier is a really impressive 5-6 against power conference foes in the Swamp. Okay, he's below 500. 5
Is that good?
6. Is that good? No. Is that bad? Yes. 5-6 against conference foes in the Swamp. 3 of those victories coming in 2022, his first season in Gainesville. And just to put it in perspective, as it was pointed out to me, if you go back, Steve Spurrier was 68-5 in the Swamp. So this cat has already lost more games
I
in
guess.
2.5 years. What do you mean I guess?
That's like comparing the Beatles to a garage band.
Well, it's true. I'm just saying this is what is costing him his job. That's all I'm saying. Spurrier, 68-5 in the Swamp. Billy Napier or Billy Vanelli, whatever you want to call him, 5-6 against power conference foes so far in the Swamp. And if you want to go back in time, and this is a saucy as well, from 1999 to 2020, only one other team had a better home record in the world of college football. Can you guess who it is? Only one other team had a better record from 1999 to 2020 in college football at home.
At home?
Yeah. 1999 to 2020.
Alabama?
I still have a bold fact coming up. Excellent work there, Maddie. That's why you're the USA Today Sports College writer.
Saucy nugs.
Alabama. That is a saucy because that's how close Florida was to excellence for 2 decades, people. Anyway, that's the 10-10 take. If they and I got a feeling they are going to foul this up. People are starting to think they have a chance because UCF got blown out against Colorado. What say you two as far as this game?
Yeah, but they put up yards against Colorado. The reason why they lost that game is turnovers. 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles. So they had 4 turnovers against Colorado. Colorado also put up yards, too, as well. But I'm saying UCF can put up – they had over 177 yards. They had 177 yards rushing, over 284 yards passing in Colorado. And Colorado ain't no defense.
Bro, they're going to line up on Florida and run the ball. That's what they're going to do. Yeah. They're going to run right at them. Florida hasn't proven yet they can stop the run. Not yet.
Why wouldn't you just run?
They're going to run the ball. Is what they're going to do.
And by the way, Gus and them got to be kind of killing themselves just a little bit right now that they did blow it the way that Searcy is describing. They flat out did not take advantage of an opportunity to be undefeated coming into Gainesville and be the talk as opposed
to a little mo, yeah. But still, you win there in Gainesville, you get that momentum right back. Mm-hmm. Right back.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so let's get into these games. We're going to hit a few other ones. Like I said, when you start talking about the first Saturday in October, a lot has gone on in the first month. And I pointed out to you guys yesterday, Army and Navy, they haven't been undefeated at this stage of the year, starting out 4-0 like they have since World War II. You got other teams like Indiana, who you love.
5-0.
Yeah. Since the Vietnam War, they haven't done it. And you got
I love Cignetti, Kurt Cignetti, the coach, who, by the way, if you can't get Kiffin, you can do a lot worse than Kurt Cignetti, I'll tell you that.
Well, it's funny. Okay, that's a fair question because most Florida fans, if they don't get Lane, they will feel like a guy like that will not be a successful hire. Right or wrong?
Well, then they're not going to feel happy with anyone if they don't get Lane, right?
Well, I would say Dan Lanning they may be happy about.
They're not getting Dan Lanning.
Well, they might.
They're not getting Dan Lanning.
They might. Mario left after 2 years. I know he went home.
Yeah, it was a connection, though.
Yeah.
Big difference. Plus, Dan
I'm just
Lanning
telling you, it's possible.
He's actually built something. And not that Mario didn't.
Jeff
but
Brom,
he's
after 2
at the
years.
point of, like, really – first off, if you get down to Jeff Brom, you've missed on about 4 or 5.
Okay. I'm just putting them out there. I just want to know what your thoughts are. But when you went Cignetti, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. That's a little further down the list,
It's much further down, but it's also a guy that if you really did some digging into him, the best thing about Cignetti, when he was hired at Indiana, he came from James Madison. Mm-hmm. So when he was hired at Indiana, and they're asking about, basically what's your qualifications? And he goes, I win. Google me. Mm-hmm. and he's right. That's everywhere he's been, he's won. A lot like a guy named, Kalen DeBoer.
Okay, again, just to remind people, Kalen DeBoer was panned as a hire at the beginning of this hiring process in Alabama. They thought, what? We got no's from these other guys, and we got to go Kalen, who's got to come into the South and recruit, and look what he's done. That was amusing back then. So we'll find out whether the Gators panic or not after losing to UCF. We'll see. Brother Seeley and all of them, they're out there worried, man, and I don't blame them. They're panicking right now. We'll see. I've got a couple of quotes from Billy Napier that just blew my mind heading into this game, and I've got to read them coming up in just a bit.
You want me to give you a real quick breakdown on Cignetti?
Yeah.
Won the FCS National Championship in 2019 at James Madison. He was 52-9 overall at JMU. First year as a FBS coach, okay? Which JMU was an FBS team last year, all right? They were 11-1.
Right.
Won a bowl game. It's 5-0 in Indiana. First year as a head coach in big-time football, which is, the Big Ten. Again, They don't have the type of schedule where you're like, oh, they're playing the Big Ten heavyweights. Still, that was a terrible program he inherited. They're 5-0 now.
True. And that's really what you got to boil it down to is can you turn a program around? And at the very least, we're talking Power Four. It's not like it's Sunbelt Billy or anything like that. So I'll give him that.
His 5 years at James Madison, you ready? 14-2 national title, 7-1 in the COVID year, national semifinal, 12-2 in 21 national semifinal, 8-3, then 11-1 at his first year at FBS, and they went to a bowl game.
All right, not bad.
In fact, had they gone 12-0, there certainly would have been an idea of, there might have had to have been, the playoff might have had to have looked at them, even though they were a transitional team.
Right.
I don't know that you can ignore them. They probably still would have chosen Liberty because they both were unbeaten. But JMU you could easily make a case they were the best Group of 5 team last year. Easily make that case.
All right, so we will get into that. We'll get our picks coming up. Coach will rejoin us as we'll talk a bunch about these games coming up in the college world and the National Football League. It is XL Primetime, a beautiful Friday. The sun has come out as we are hanging out at the Constellation Energy Furyk and Friends presented by Circle K right here at beautiful Timuquana.
Saturdays in the South are made for football. Yes. But you can get the game day feeling on Friday night on the Bueller Air and Plumbing College Kickoff.
The big games, the big matchups.
Friday night at 6. Brought to you by Sonny's Barbecue on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Every week, we're seeing listeners cash in betting with MyBookie. Mia here, and look, you don't have to bet big. Just getting some skin in the game makes it so much more fun. This weekend, your hometown team is actually favored to beat the Colts, -3. What a world! This may be one of those reverse jinx games where I bet the Colts to win, and if they don't, I'm still happy. The Bills play the Texans, and the Stephon Diggs revenge game sure sounds like a shootout, so give me the over on the 47.5 game total over there. And on Sunday night, the Cowboys are 2.5-point road dogs traveling to Pittsburgh. I'll take the Cowboys with the points, knowing they start 2-3, right? The MyBookie double deposit bonus is still live up to $1,000. Get signed up now using promo code 1010XL to claim a bonus that doubles doubles your money on your very first deposit. Double your money with promo code 1010XL before you even place a bet. One more time, promo code 1010XL. Bet on anything, anytime, anywhere at MyBookie.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm dedicated to helping businesses manage risk, maximize opportunities, and move their company forward. Jimerson Burr attorneys are business-oriented lawyers equally comfortable as community leaders, private transaction counselors, or courtroom advocates. If you have a legal issue of any kind affecting your business, contact the firm at 389-0050 or jimersonfirm.com.
You're riding in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios. XL Primetime on 1010XL.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Joint replacement surgery is always a tough decision, but relief from chronic pain may be just around the corner. Dr. George Barra here, and there's a lot to consider to make sure you get the proper diagnosis and best path back to the range of motion and mobility you had. Age, lifestyle, and overall health all play a part. Let the team at Barra Orthopedics give you a full analysis to help you make the best decision. Log on to BarriorOrthopedics.com or call the office to make an appointment. With offices across Jacksonville and ready to help you feel good again, we'll get you back on the road to recovery at Barra Orthopedics.
Northwest Florida's largest RV show is coming to the Jacksonville Equestrian Center. It's the Jacksonville Fall RV Show, Thursday through Sunday, October 3rd through 6th, with hundreds of RVs on display, lifestyle booths, plus register to win a $250 gift card each day. Adults $10, kids under 12 free. Seniors save half off Thursday. First responders, military, active, and retired get half off every day. We'll see you at the Jacksonville Fall RV Show.
Get hot tips on where to fish this weekend.
I limit it out.
Listen for the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show with Captain Kevin Faber. Brought to you by Veterans Wholesale Cabinets and Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There's no tuition or no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by November 7th.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Brackish Vodka, the official vodka of UNF Athletics, 100% made in Jacksonville, is available at all local liquor stores. Visit Browdy's, Total Wine, ABC, Shores, Golden, Sahara's, Golden Ox, and more. Drink our gluten-free San Francisco Spirit award-winning vodka and see why it's the smoothest vodka you can buy. When you drink Brackish Vodka, you support all of our local employees and all the money stays in Jacksonville. Drink Brackish Vodka and live life slightly salty. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Expert Automotive on St. John's Bluff Road has some of the highest Google reviews in Jax for a reason. Expert Auto never sells greed, only what you need. All makes and models are serviced at Expert Automotive. This month, get an alignment inspection for only $19.99. Expert Auto does major engine and transmission repair and simple maintenance. All services done at Expert Auto by our ASC certified training technicians. Call today, 374-3373, and ask about $50 off any service. Expert Automotive. We never sell greed, only what you need.
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update. This weekend's in-state matchup takes place in the Swamp when the Florida Gators host the UCF Knights. The Gators are fresh coming off a bye week with UCF looking for a rebound after their first loss of the year to Colorado last week. Head coach Billy Napier spoke on the importance of starting out fast and getting the crowd hyped to help them win this Saturday.
That'll be part of one of the keys to play and winning football Saturday night. We got to start fast and we've got to get our fans involved.
Kickoff tomorrow night at 7:45. Listen to the game live on 1010XL. Following the Gators game, the Miami Hurricanes will be over on the West Coast taking on the California Golden Bears. The Golden Bears currently lead the nation in interceptions. Hurricanes QB Cam Ward stated they have to execute to be an efficient offense.
They're good sound defense. They are what they say they are on the stat sheet. At the end of the day, we just got to execute plays.
It's 86 degrees at 3 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
It's Florida Home AC Friday on XL Primetime.
Hit the text line with some cool rock requests.
Love the rock and roll. Love the rock and roll. All you got to do is bring it. Don't sing it, bring it. You can hit the text line at 641-1010. RJ, the DJ, always ready to take care of you. We got Coach back with us, and I do think it's time to make some picks. But first, I need to sneak in a bold fact, if you don't mind, because we're going to make the picks, and Coach is going to have to figure out whether or not he can hold on to that lead. But let's do this first.
Here's a bold fact. Brought to you by Bold City Brewery, Duval's first craft brewery. Online at boldcitybrewery.com.
All right, our folks over there at Bold City Brewery, be it the production house on Roselle Street in Riverside or downtown right there on Bay Street, they love you, and they are celebrating 16 years as Duval's oldest brewery since 2008. Make sure you celebrate with them October 12th. They got the big party. You can log on, boldcitybrewery.com, win growlers for a year, pints for a year, music, food. The celebration will be on Roselle. Make sure you check it out October 12th. But if you're heading to the game, Colts game, and you're walking down Bay Street, pop in to Bold City right there on Bay Street. This is a very simple question. Can you name the top two by weight at quarterback in the FBS right now? The top two by weight.
Top two.
Use that
Top
microphone,
two.
Matt
Okay.
Hayes.
Okay, top two.
The top two by weight at quarterback in the FBS.
Yui Ungale.
No, it's not him. He actually lost some weight.
He did?
Yeah.
Well, that's my guess, and I'm done.
Coach has made a contribution. He is in.
I'm going to say, wow, Lagway maybe won, actually. Yeah, I don't know.
You do not know.
Top two by
I'm
weight?
thinking about it. I can't think of any.
I'm going to say Milrose.
Big. He's 230-ish. Yeah, 30.
And
they have to be a
what's
starter?
What's his name? Yeah.
Let's just call him a starter. That definitely will help.
I'm going to go Milrose and what's his name? Will Howard from Ohio State.
That's a big boy.
It's not a bad one. I'm going to go with Lagway and golly. You're going to say it, and I'm going to, oh, right. It's going to be one of those ones. I don't know. I'm going with, let's go Milroe and Lagway.
All right, listen, what I'm going to do.
It's not Milroe, but I'm going
is I would like for RJ to begin a yes, sir, and break it off right at yes, okay? Half of it, if you please. Right there. And it's the cat that Coach Campo said the heaviest quarterback in the FBS
DJU?
is DJ flipping U.
Wait, what do they have him
And the second heaviest, this was straight off the broadcast the other night.
I don't think that's right.
Against Fox, or from Fox. Again, he has it straight off the broadcast.
It's reality. I don't think it's right.
The second heaviest cat playing quarterback in the FBS as a starter will run over Florida Gator defenders on Saturday night. KJ Jefferson. Second heaviest. And the point I wanted to make with that is KJ Jefferson uses his weight, Leon, to truck people. DJU, not so much.
No, he doesn't.
Isn't it crazy?
Matt, do you trust anybody?
He doesn't trust anybody.
My job is to not trust.
All right.
My job is to verify, okay?
Oh, there you go.
And guess what? I have fact-checked like a son of a gun.
Yeah.
So I make sure that I get this right. All right, here we go. We are going to do our picks. Matt Hayes claims that he's going to keep track of all this. So as we said last week.
By the way, hang on real quick. FSU has him listed at 252, DJU. He ain't 252.
He's bigger than that.
No, he's not. He's lost a lot of weight.
What are you, a Wacom 180 over there?
I'm telling you right now.
Listen, he ain't hacker.
He lost like 20 pounds in the offseason. That's number one. Number two, have you seen him on that commercial?
No, I have not.
He's not 252 pounds, bro. He's on like the, what is it, Circle K commercial or something, where he's buying a drink.
I don't know, but
he's not close to 252.
I'm going off of the broadcast.
All right,
okay,
well,
I'm trusting those executive producers.
All right, let's go to the picks.
All right, my goodness, man. All right, some college football music.
Why don't you trust your boy, man? I don't understand
because
that.
I don't believe you don't have the weight.
Right,
I've got the graphic that said those are the two heaviest guys. That's all I'm telling you. You don't trust your boy right now. That's what I'm saying. All right, here we go. Coach, 18-12. Leon, 15-15. I'm a game behind. Matty trucking in at 9-21. The Witch Doctor.
I'm only 5 back.
All right, so you got a chance. You got a chance. The Witch Doctor is bringing in the goodies. That's all I can tell you right now. All right, college football picks. We have number 9 Missouri at number 25 Texas A&M, a 2.5-point favorite at home. Coach, what say you?
Missouri.
Ooh. 2.5 is such a tight little line, Leon.
Yeah, I know. Got to make some ground on Coach. I'm 3 back of Coach, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go Texas A&M.
You're going to go A&M?
I'm going to go A&M.
All right, I'm feeling it as well. I'm going A&M. Matt.
Man, this is a tough one. 2.5, huh?
Yeah. Keep talking to the people.
Yeah, I know. I'm. You know what? I'm going with Missouri.
All right, you're going Mizzou?
Yep.
Because this will be a big test on the road. First Saturday in October, we'll find out whether they can hang on or not. That's a good line, though. That it really is.
It's a great line.
All right, Ole Miss at South Carolina. That is a 3:30 kick. Ole Miss is favored by 9.5 points, Coach, as they are the ranked team against the unranked Gamecocks in Columbia.
I'm going with the Gamecocks. I just have a feeling that they play to the level of the competition.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Sirs?
I was going to go Gamecocks, too. Yeah, I'm going Gamecocks.
Wow. All right, this is a little bit of a problem because I thought LSU was going to hammer South Carolina. I really did. And it was a 7-point line. They were nowhere near 7 points. A lot of me wants to take South Carolina. But
the Joe who wants Lane Kiffin wants to take South Carolina. That's what it is.
But I'm trying to figure out whether this is a good get-right game or not for Ole Miss. I'm going to take Cocky. I'm going to take those points.
Wow, everybody's taking Cocky. Somebody knows something. That's a big line. That's a big line. 9.5. Wow. That's a lot of points. I got a feeling this is a get-right game. I do.
All right, you're going Ole Miss.
I do, and because you all 3 took South Carolina, I got to make up.
All right, make sure
somewhere.
you mark that
I'm
down.
taking Ole Miss.
All right, so the last one, and do we decide Miami Cal?
Yeah.
Okay, Miami at Cal, Coach. It is a 10.5-point line. College game day, waking us up at 6 a.m. on the Pacific Shore. This is, of course, in any Coast Conference game, an ACC battle of legend. Who you got?
That's a tough one. And let me tell you why. Because my heart is with the Canes. No question about it. I know Cal a little bit. I was in the league. I know their coaching staff. Their defense now, they lead the country in turnovers.
Yeah. Interceptions, 10.
So this is a tough pick. That's a lot of points right there. I'm going with Cal. I hate to do it.
By the way, in your time at USC as an analyst, did you ever go to a game of Cal? Did you ever go?
Yes.
Okay, so is the visitor locker room still like this rickety steps up to a?
Between that and Arizona, you can't tell the difference. It's ugly. It's ugly.
It's literally like a dungeon from the Dark Ages.
Absolutely.
It's the steps are like concrete and they're all broken and shattered, and you're walking up them to get to this tiny, tiny little locker room. I don't even know how you guys dress in there.
I know. It was hard.
All right. Anyway, sorry for that little escape there.
You're taking let you know that right.
Cal, right? You're taking the Bears?
I'm taking the Bears.
All right.
I hate that.
Coach just broke my heart. You know that, right? Broke my heart.
Taking a U.
Yeah, I can't believe Coach did that. Of course I'm going with the U, baby. We're going to find a way.
All right.
Even giving up those 10.5?
Huh?
Even giving up those 10.5?
Man, we're going to win. We're going to beat the brakes off of Cal.
Wow.
Thank you, RJ. Appreciate
Thank
that.
You.
I thought Auburn would beat up on Cal, and I was wrong. They do not have the offense that Miami has. I'm going to Oppo Joe. I don't know which way to go. I'm going to lay the points.
Joe's laying the points and taking the Canes. Wow. That's a big number. That's a big number for a 3,100-mile trek. It's a big number.
About that trip.
I'm taking Cal on the points, man.
All right, Cal.
I think the Canes are going to win, but I'm just taking Cal on the points.
I do too.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right, Cal plus 10.5. All right, so now National Football League as we get to these three games coming up. This is a tight one. Houston Texans at home to the Buffalo Bills. Just a 1-point spread. Bills favored on the road, Coach.
I think the Bills are going to knock the socks off those guys because just like last week, I'm not sold on that outfit. And I think it's a get-right game for Buffalo after.
Second straight week on the road.
Yeah, that's what I like about it.
Knock the socks
always tough.
Wow.
Bills.
Second straight week on the road is always tough.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to take Texas this one.
Taking the Texans?
I'm take the Texans. I think they play well against the Bills.
I'll take Buffalo.
Joe's taking the Bills.
Matt?
I will take the Texans.
All right, you got the Texans. All right, next one. Pittsburgh catching 2.5 at home against the Dallas Cowboys. What do you think, Coach?
Cowboys.
He is so emphatic.
Here's the best part about that. Whenever we do the Cowboys with him, every time it's not even a question. Cowboys.
Cowboys. Kind of like Leon and the U. Which way you going?
Steelers.
Oh.
Super Bowl 30 all over again, Coach.
Absolutely.
Yep.
That's why I picked the Cowboys, because I knew you'd take the Steelers.
Whatever emblem you guys had. I will take the Cowpokes on the road catching. Or actually, amend that, Matty, just so you can see this. Pittsburgh is laying 2.5.
Pittsburgh's laying 2.5?
Make sure you have that right. Okay?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh is laying 2.5.
Yeah.
Okay? Everybody's good there?
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking Dallas. Matt, what are you doing?
I'm still taking Pittsburgh.
Okay, you're taking Pittsburgh. All right, last one. It was a toss-up. Chiefs hosting New Orleans, Green Bay at L.A., Arizona at San Francisco. I chose the Chiefs as they are a 5-point pick at home against the New Orleans Saints. Coach, what say you?
They're the champions until they're not. I'm going with the Chiefs.
Okay.
Chiefs.
No Rashee Rice. New Orleans Saints got a pretty good defense. I'll take the Saints.
Saints haven't looked that good after the first two games.
They looked rock solid the first three. No, first two.
2.5.
They lost to the Eagles and they lost to the Falcons.
I'm going with the Chiefs, man. Come on. I'm going with the Chiefs.
Going with the Chiefs?
And every time I say I'm going with the Chiefs, I'm basically just saying I'm going with Mahomes.
Yeah.
Which is never a bad way to go at all.
Right.
That's for sure. All right, there you go. The picks are in. We got to get to a couple of other things Jaguars related before we are done.
I want you to see that I'm sending these now to Trent, okay? Just so there's no
I'll listen.
Any kind of funny stuff going on.
No nefarious stuff going on.
Just so you guys know that.
Send them to me, too, because I don't trust it.
All right. I'll listen now. I don't think I won't either, man.
I'll listen back.
I'll send them to all you guys. How about that?
Make sure if he comes in with a 6-0.
All you guys can suck it. How about that?
At the end of these games, we will find out. All right, XL Primetime, cracking along the ViStar Patriots Outpost. Thanks to all the volunteers. Thanks to ViStar, everybody that has put together such a great day here during the opening round of the Constellation Energy Furyk and Friends Golf Tournament.
There's a lot more to it than a tight spiral and an accurate pass.
Everyone agrees that playing quarterback is the hardest thing to do in sports.
Denny Thompson is the Quarterback Whisperer. Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet. Friday mornings on The Drill.
There are trucks, then there's the truck, GMC Sierra, with available features like the V8 engine, the ultimate luxury interior, and of course, the available world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC has the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. With manufacturer incentives and Nimnick discounts, you won't find deals like Nimnick's anywhere else in Jacksonville. Who's got more new Sierras at the best prices? Nobody but Nimnick. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks GMCs in Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnick. Shop 24/7 at NimnickBuickGMC.com or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. So remember, for the best trucks around, it's nobody but Nimnick. You can shop at NimnickBuickGMC.com or visit that terrific showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
The First Coast Honda Dealer Studios on 1010XL.
Hi, I'm Frank Frangie, and I've depended on South State for my banking needs as long as they've been serving Duval. Whether you're saving for retirement, purchasing a home, starting a business, your goals are their commitment. With forward-thinking, personalized banking solutions and best-in-class service, South State is ready to help you navigate your financial journey. Connect at southstatebank.com or drop by any of the 5 local South State offices. South State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. From GFL, Green for Life.
Frank Frangie here for Bono's Pit Barbecue, and boy, they have outdone themselves with specials this month. If you love mac and cheese, then you've got to try the Mac Attack. Premium mac and cheese topped with your choice of meat. That's right, you can get smoked turkey, pork, brisket, or sausage. If you like things spicy, try the Duval Hot Chicken. Delicious chicken tenders tossed in buffalo sauce. Head to your local Bono's to get the Mac Attack or the Duval Hot Chicken today. And remember, if you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
Hey folks, Rick Ballou here for John's Auto. They've been a staple in Jacksonville going all the way back to 1985. At John's Auto, they service all makes, all models, cars, trucks, diesel, you name it, they do it. Whether it's routine maintenance or a complete engine overhaul. Call John's Auto on Arlington Road. That's 904-743-3857 or go to johnsautomotivejacks.com.
When you're hungry for midday sports talk, share a table with Helmets and Heels.
It's a bad idea to travel on an empty stomach.
Mia, Lauren, and Taylor. We like hungry.
Switched on by First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Noon to 2 weekdays on 1010XL.
I'm Chris Campione. In a world of big box law firms with satellite offices, there's something special about having a local legal team that cares about you and your community. We're not just lawyers, we're your neighbors. We understand the unique challenges facing the Jacksonville community because we live here too. At Campione Law, Campione Cares isn't just a tagline, it's our commitment to you. Campione Law, your trusted lawyers after an accident. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Fall in Florida. The leaves may not be coming down,
but the prices are at Beard's Diamonds.
It's the buy one, get one on wedding band sale.
All stackables, all right-hand rings, all eternity bands, and more are buy one, get one free.
At the St. John's Town Center or beardsdiamonds.com.
If you're looking for custom metalwork, Look no further than Superior Fence and Rail. Whether it's custom railing, shade structures, or custom entry gates, their expert team controls the turnkey process. From CAD design and raw metal to powder-coated finish and expert installation. When you choose Superior Fence and Rail for your custom metal project, you get a project that's, well, superior. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail today.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists returns with their free bumps and bruises evaluation clinics. Now with 4 locations, these free injury assessments are open to all schools and athletic programs. Saturday mornings from 9 to 10 through October 26th at Cortex Sports Performance in Ponte Vedra, Preferred PT in Fleming Island, and also at Brooks Rehab on Centurion Parkway and Brooks Rehab at World Golf Village.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
There's certain places you know if you go in, they got what you're looking for, like Gate Convenience Stores and Cold Modelo's. That's the ticket. Or get on the craft side of things with something from Bold City or Sweetwater. Hit the cooler at Gate. Full of choices and all of them good.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a gravy taster from Jacksonville, Florida, me, Dennis Mosley.
Hi, Ken.
Okay, Dennis. 100 plumbers surveyed, top answer on the board. What does it mean if someone says your home has hard water?
It's made of ice? Let's see. Hard water. Oh, is it club soda mixed 4-to-1 with vodka?
Last chance, Dennis. What is hard water?
Oh, is it that lime scale stuff that makes my taps all crusty?
That's right, Dennis. And a water treatment system from Bueller Air and Plumbing will eliminate troublesome lime scale deposits that can ruin your expensive appliances and let your neighbors know for sure that you are cool.
I wonder if I can get me a gin and tonic faucet.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
It's Florida Home AC Friday on XL Primetime.
Hit the text line with some cool rock requests.
Get you in the mood on a Friday as we head into the weekend. We got the Jaguars back at the bank trying to win. You only get to see them once in September, once in October. Won't be back until later in the fall. So you got to get it done, Sunday at the bank. We got Coach Campo hanging out with us after we made our picks. Big Search, Matty Hayes, Joe C. Thanks to all of y'all for hanging out with us this Friday afternoon, whether you're listening just on straight up on the 1010 or on the 92.5 FM or the app, streaming, whatever it might be. We appreciate it on YouTube as well. So let's get into some keys to the game because we're going to have, I would think, a lot of angst coming out of this game if they don't win. So, Leon, we saw a little bit of improvement numbers-wise. There were plays to be made on offense, but hit both sides of the ball. What do you think needs to happen for this team to get a dub?
Well, I mean, to start the game against the Texans, Coach had talked about it prior to that game, that you got to be able to establish the run. You got to be able to start by running the football, then you play action, and when you get the opportunity, you take your shots downfield. I think for the most part, the Jaguars did that offensively. I think that Trevor had opportunities down the field that he didn't connect on, that he needs to connect on. On the defensive side of the ball, got to be able to stop the run. Got to be able to stop running. Got to get pressure. You got to help the guys on the back end. You got a bunch of new guys at the secondary position. So you got to put pressure. You got to stop the run. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. And go from there, bro. I think they had something going last week, but just couldn't seal the deal. So you got to seal the deal against the Colts team.
So Dave's telling me all the guys are going to be out for the Colts tomorrow. Run over that list real quick for us, Dave.
Well, Moore is out, the corner. Quiddy Pay is out. Defensive rusher.
A good rush in. Yeah.
Rush in. Buckner's been banged up. I don't even know
Their best
if he's
defensive
in there.
lineman.
I don't think he's playing,
right.
To be honest with you.
Taylor's out.
Taylor's out. And then
it looks like the 42-year-old's going to be the quarterback.
I think it's going to be Flacco. That's just my opinion. He took the majority of the snaps in practice today with the first unit.
So my response to that was, if you don't win this game, there's something really wrong right now in that locker room. And your response was what?
Well, there's definitely something wrong because we're
right now.
We've got to get back going.
Yeah. So the whole idea is that like there are injuries on both sides. Okay.
I know that. Yeah, but you're also playing at home. They're playing a backup quarterback. They don't have their best offensive player. They don't have their best defensive player. Look, I don't really know how else to even lay this thing out. They have to win. You don't win that game. And it's not only are they questioning themselves, but the heat in the locker room, outside the locker room, in the NFL just gets turned up like to another level, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does, and the noise will be very, very loud. Coach, you've been through this. You've experienced it. You know what we're talking about. But at the same time, the noise will be loud. The relief will actually show up on the scoreboard Sunday if they can get it done, and then they'll have things to build off. And at the very least, Doug Peterson said after this game against Houston, there are things to build off. They did have some success, so now you got to build off of that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think I feel a lot better about this team if I disregard the first 3 games and just look at last week. because I think the Houston Texans are a decent ball club, and I think they did the things, as we talked about on Tuesday. I thought they did the things to try to get it done. They ran the football. They play action. They had some shots.
The plays were made.
And they just didn't make the play.
Right, I agree with that.
Well, somewhere along the line, the player is going to make a play. It has to be this week. On defense, they made a decision. We can't line up in just man coverage, especially with the injuries, but just in general.
Right.
Because the attack is different when you play zone than when you play man. So in my opinion, they played zone a little too much this week until the second half.
Right.
What they need is the balance. Just like on offense, you have to run the football and throw it in a balance. On defense, if they do that, they'll have a chance in this game because, again, I'm going to say they've given up a lot of yards. They're 32nd in defense, so we should be able to do something there. And some of their number one offensive players are not playing.
Right, so I'm going to agree with everything you said there, but one thing. I don't think you can just forget the first 3 games because I think the first 3 games are part of the 5 of the last 6 in the previous season, and I think it's part of their DNA right now. And if something happens, if they get down or if adversity hits, we see what happens with this club, and that becomes we all along we hear the buzzword of culture, Coach. That's the culture we're talking about, right? The culture of when adversity hits, if you can say, all right, we're fine here, don't worry about it, we're good, let's keep going, or you collapse in a fetal position in the corner, right?
Yes. I agree with that from that standpoint.
And look, I just feel like the secondary can be thrown on, like we mentioned. They did get to Justin Fields 4 times last week, so they better have that line play working. But Josh Downs is going to be a guy that 82 yards last week, 8 catches on 9 targets. We know what Michael Pittman is. Coach definitely knows with his time down there in the Pac-12. He had 9 thrown his way. He had 6 grabs, 113 yards on 6 grabs. That's pretty damn productive. So this defense, and by the way, Ronald Darby, who I've been crushing, Coach, he has given up 324 yards, okay, himself. All right, he is ranked at or near the bottom, 3rd worst in the league with just in terms of total numbers. And as far as passer rating, as far as what he's given up, it's incredible. I got to hit this, though. This is it. Last night, it can happen. Even though, like Matt said, you may fall right back into that same old spot that you were before, and maybe it'll happen. Last night, there were 2 first-time offensive play callers for the respective teams that they're on.
Right.
Liam Cohen has called plays in the NFL before, but he was under Sean McVay as a Ram. Now he's with Todd Bowles in Tampa. This is now the 2nd offensive coordinator that Baker Mayfield has had in Tampa. And Zach Robinson leaves L.A. and goes and with Raheem Morris, and he's calling plays up in Atlanta. I want you guys to listen to this. This is the 4th quarter alone, okay? 4th quarter alone. They come in, Falcons do, final frame of the night. Kirk Cousins over 500 yards. Not the entire story. They were trailing 27-20 at the start of the fourth. 27-20. They tie it up. Big throw.
Wait, hang on. They were trailing. Hang on. They were trailing. They went for it on 4th and 15.
Yeah.
Didn't get it. Had to punt. Had to stop the Bucs 3 times. Used their timeouts.
If
then
you
they
let
tied
me get to this, okay?
No, but you skipped that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because this whole thing, it unfolds where this is the beginning of the quarter.
Yes.
Okay? They're trailing 27-20 to start the fourth. They tie it up with a big throw. Then Tampa takes the lead 30-27. Then the Falcons have a wide open Darnell Mooney in the red zone, drops the football, has to settle for a field goal. They tie it up. Basically thinking they're going to tie it up, it's blocked. Second blocked field goal of the game. So you're saying it ain't in the cards for the Atlanta Falcons.
So adversity.
Exactly.
Now keep going.
Then they get on defense. They rip the ball out of Irvin's hands. Okay, this is when Tampa Bay is about to get a first down. Rip the ball out, get the fumble, turn it over, still got life. Minute 52 to go. Falcons ball, 4th and 15, as Matt's talking about. Cousins throws a pick. They're finished. They're done.
Adversity
No.
again.
Holding call on Tampa Bay. 93 seconds are left. They're out of field goal range. They punt, okay, which gives Atlanta life again. They get the ball back. No timeouts. Kirk takes them from their own 25 into Bucs territory. 52-yard field goal. They go to overtime, and then they throw to some guy who comes off of the bench. And by the way, it was a less than 10-yard throw, and then he rips right through 6 Bucs defenders
and the kid
to the house.
The kid that tied the game in regulation had missed a shorter field goal earlier and had one blocked earlier.
Yeah, so say 2 blocks. There were 2 blocks, okay? That is how you bounce back. Not once, Leon.
Yeah.
When you get knocked down, you keep bouncing back.
That's respond. They responded more in that game than the Jaguars have all season.
That's want and will is what that is.
Well, they scored more points than
that's what I'm
Trevor. Both quarterbacks scored
exactly
more points.
You know what that is? That's like the cut man in the corner. Everybody, you take your beating, then you get, and then you answer the bell.
By the way,
you just keep
that throw by Baker, his third touchdown pass on the roll, where he put it in a tight window.
Yeah,
that's an NFL quarterback. That's an NFL throw.
Right.
That's how you do that.
He hits Mike Evans for the first couple. Okay, that's a Hall of Famer he's throwing to. I get it. But then the other one was Sterling Shepard, old teammate, but was let go by the Giants and comes in there and basically finds a spot on the team. And then between Irvin and who was the other cat running the football, they were just clipping off 10-yard run after 10. And that's behind a good offensive line. These were both really bad defenses in a lot of ways, but I don't give a rat. Those are 2 offenses that were fun as hell to watch last night.
Absolutely.
And let's hope that this changes this go-around. All right, that got us fired up. We will come back as we get ready to wrap it up. You got Rick Ballou on the AM dial, 1010, beginning at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Francis show at 4. And then after that, the kickoff show with Matty Hayes as we talk college ball before we go into high school football coverage and Friday Night Lights with Gibby and Hack later in the evening.
Nimnick Chevrolet is your Silverado headquarters. Frank Frangie here. With the largest inventory on the ground, outstanding cash incentives, and their best price guarantee, your perfect truck is waiting for you at Nimnick. And for even deeper discounts, ask about their demo model. You can shop online 24/7 at nimnickchevy.com or visit the dealership off Cassett Avenue today. Remember, who's got more new Silverados at the best prices? Nobody but Nimnick. That's nimnickchevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What?
Huh? I'm so over this."
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this. Call State Farm agent Brandon Thomas at 342-3459.
Buckle up. You're in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios with XL Primetime on 1010 XL. Find your new Honda at your 8 local Honda dealers.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheeses, lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Dash sub that sums you up.
The Boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily's Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily's Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
David Ammon here with Zero Res. Ammon, I can't believe it's been 20 years since we started Zero Res. Do you remember? You were only 7 years old and we had you cleaning the vans after school.
Yeah, I'm grateful I've always had a job that taught me to work hard, take care of things, and to appreciate our good customers.
October is birthday month for Zero Res, so what are we doing for our customers?
Just say happy birthday Zero Res and we'll give you $50 off. That's $50 off carpet, tile and grout, upholstery, or area rugs.
Zero Res.
Spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. Pre-Game Friday is brought to you by MyBookie
and Dream Finders Homes
on 1010XL.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On October 4th, 2018, NFL legendary quarterback Tom Brady becomes only the third NFL quarterback to record 500 career touchdown passes.
Googa Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Poker players, brace yourselves. The World Poker Tour storms into Best Bet Jacksonville October 31st to November 19th, and the forecast calls for massive prize pools. Event 1 has a cool $200,000 guarantee. Event 6, a downpour of $300,000. And the main event, a flood of a $1 million guarantee. WPT Championship satellites are already brewing. Don't get left high and dry. Head to bestbetjacks.com for details. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Are the company's Zoom calls getting boring? Might be a good time to order some new logo caps or temporary tattoos. Check them out online at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
When a plumbing or septic emergency happens, you want to have your ducks in a row with a company you can trust. Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services is the #1 company on the First Coast. Check out our reviews online, duckduckrooter.com.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and now that you have Honda boats on the showroom floor, tell them about the big boat sale.
We are excited. We got a big sale, 11th through 13th. You want to come on down, see us in person. Some of our boats are going to be up to $30,000 off.
Up to $30,000 off?
$30,000 in savings. It's a big sale event.
So they can start shopping online at cyclesofjacksonville.com. The size of the boats?
Anywhere from 19 to 24 foot, all with legendary Honda outboards.
Honda and Coach, check them both out on Atlantic near Regency. Cycles of Jacksonville.
RJ Saunders here, sports lovers. I recently took a tip from Frank Frangie when I needed to send flowers to my mother. Frank told me that Kuhn Flowers is the only florist he ever uses. So that's what I do now. I use Kuhn Flowers. Find them online at kuhnflowers.com.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Although the Jaguars find themselves in a difficult spot at 0-4, the NFL is a place where anything can happen. After many facets of their game seem to have looked improved from the first 3 games, there's still lots of work to be done. One win against the Colts this Sunday has the chance to build lots of momentum for the season. Here's how Doug Peterson sees similarities to the 2022 season.
Nobody wants to be 0-4. Nobody wants to be where we are. We feel like we should be obviously further along. And I'm just sitting there thinking back to that time where it's just kind of very similar. It was kind of a play here, play there, a missed assignment here, a missed assignment there that just kept us from either finishing a drive or finishing games back then. I think it's kind of the same thing now.
I'm Max Fink with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
All right, my takeaway is that there's a lot going on this Sunday. TC's going in the rain. We got the Legends weekend. We got the throwback jerseys. But more importantly, we got to get a dub. But unfortunately, I was telling you off the air is that I've done these Legends weekends for the last 4 weeks, and
that's right.
We haven't won the game. So just will just put this food for thought.
Oh, for the last 3?
Oh, for the last 3, bro. Hopefully we can change it.
Ouch! I wish you hadn't said that.
Just say it, bro.
I mean, my takeaway is, look, we've said all we can say at this point. Seriously, if you don't win, there's a lot of – that storm's just going to get uncontrollable if they don't win. It'll be uncontrollable on Monday morning. Or even Sunday night, I should say. It'll be – somebody's getting fired. I guess I've been saying this all week. If they don't win, someone's getting fired. I don't know who it is. I'm not saying it's a coach.
Right, because an AC would be a little over the top.
Someone's getting fired if they go 0-5.
All I know is after watching those 2 offenses flow, and if it doesn't flow, then I got an idea of who might be getting – who should or who might. Coach, take away.
My takeaway is I need to apologize to Leon Searcy because I might have made a mistake not taking the Canes, but I'm sticking with my choice because I'm trying to win this pick'em.
You're very competitive, by the way.
I am.
You have been for like 3 years now.
He is.
Coach, you cut me to the white meat, Coach.
As Paul Goitos said last time when he was on with us earlier, he said it doesn't matter what it is. What did he say? Pinochle, ping pong?
Right.
It doesn't matter. That's for sure.
That's what Dave's like with the picks. He's been that way for a while now, too.
All right. My takeaway is that, following the chatter that Matt said before basically 5 games will be over, someone's getting fired. If Billy Napier does not fix a few things down in Gainesville to look the part more after UCF kind of got roughed up a little bit by Colorado, the natives will be angry. And I read a few things during the week of preparation. He said it was an awesome bye week. Couldn't have asked for more preparation. Thinks they've improved as a football team. They really got after it in practice, showed tremendous growth. I heard some of the
tremendous growth.
Oh, I can't. I'm paraphrasing. It was the biggest bunch of crap, and I was looking for it earlier just so I could read it to you. And it was just
that actually sounds like him. Tremendous growth.
It does. Yeah. It does. Yeah. After a bye week, and it was just unbelievable. So we will see ultimately where that goes. That's for sure. So I know that he's on his way out. But I don't know what it's going to look like before they make the decision that they've got to basically pull the trigger, make the change. And that will not happen in October. It will not. I would not expect it. It's made it through September.
Why do you say that? Why do you say it won't happen in October?
Well, I just don't expect it to happen, okay? Because they have to wait. They have to prove to the next guy that they're not going to fire him right away. Those things are all parcel of what how the timeline works.
I know one thing for sure with this outfit that we got here. I have to work every week to make sure I have good stuff, or else I'm going to get my butt fired in here.
Yeah. Does he? Do we have our guest right now?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's say hello. Fire it away, RJ. Okay. Yeah, we'll welcome on the Garber Auto Mall phone line. Tom Lehman joins us now for a quick few minutes after he comes off the golf course. Hey, Tom, we were trying to make sure that we made time for you, so I'm just kind of spitting my words here. How are you?
Is that the Garbled Auto Mall? Is that what it was?
Exactly. It sounded garbled, did it not?
Yeah, it did. Just slightly, but that's okay. It's hot out. Okay.
Listen, welcome in. I know we only have a couple of minutes left in our show, but we definitely wanted to get you on because, look, you're certainly a big-time name and player when you look at your PGA Tour resume, winning majors, being player of the year, all the things that you've enjoyed in your career, but you're also very passionate about the Folds of Honor. So hit that before we hit the actual play.
Oh, yeah. Well, look, how can you not be, passionate about it? I mean, when Dan Rooney came to visit a Champions Tour event, my very first season, I was 50, and he came and met with a bunch of us, had dinner, and kind of explained his passion and what he wanted to do. It became pretty simple, and and I believe in it so much that I actually encouraged my daughter, who, when she finished at TCU, to get a job with the Folds of Honor, and she is now the Arizona director, executive director for the chapter in the Southwest. So, the whole family is bought into it.
I'll just start off by saying, thanks that you shed as many, lights on the military and what they have done, and then also the fact that these PGA Tour and PGA Tour Champions events also do the same thing, Tom, because without you guys and without the sponsorship and the actual events doing it, we might not realize just how special the military is.
Well, all you have to do is make one visit. Make one visit to anywhere in the world where there's troops stationed overseas, and you'll understand, the sacrifice and the amazing, the heroic people that we had to serve our country. So it's I've done it twice, and I recommend everybody to just do something where you visit the guys somewhere.
Yeah, here. How is your game coming off the golf course this afternoon, heading into the weekend?
You know what, my game is I shot even par today. Didn't really feel like I played that poorly, but obviously didn't play great. At my age, 65, I'm giving up a lot of distance to the younger guys in this tour, and so I'm playing a little different golf course than I used to. I don't drive it very far anymore, so today wasn't all bad. It could have been a lot worse.
Well, it was a matter-of-fact swing when you were winning the Open back in the mid-'90s, that's for sure. Hopefully you'll be able to continue. Yeah. As we say goodbye, Tom, we had one of our guys walk up that listens to 1010XL, and he was proudly wearing the Army Ranger hat as he entered the military outpost. So, know there are plenty of them out there that are listening and love what you guys do.
Yeah. Well, they're the heroes, so my hat's off to them.
Thank you very much, Tom. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. You guys take care.
All right, Tom Lehman, and if he Folds of Honor, honestly, we've seen so many of them that have sacrificed, and we sometimes forget it, and we need to be reminded of it. And like I said, Army Ranger came up here, and he was listening to us on the way here and was just absolutely loving it. He was immediately in on that game last night and what they did to win that one. But Tom Lehman, we'll see whether he can get it going over the last 36 holes here.
Was really hot for like a 2-3 year stretch on the tour, right? He had like a little run on the tour where he was as good as anybody out there.
He was. He really was. He was Player of the Year. He won the '96 Open, and I feel like some of those guys, they look back and gosh, I could have won a little bit more here or there.
Right.
But that's just it's the way it works, and just playing with some of these guys and just trying to get back out there and have status. Like he said, he's given up length left and right because the older you get.
Sure.
Even though that technology is always there, still not 100% in your favor. Jags win, Leon, on
Jags
Sunday?
Win, yeah. They win on Sunday.
Keep the Colts curse alive, and then TC gets inducted on a good day into the Pride.
Absolutely.
Matty?
I don't know. I keep thinking they're going to win. I keep thinking they are. I think this is like they've heard enough. I'm sure they've heard enough from their coach. Dave would be a guy to ask about this. Would a GM say anything in that locker room at this point? If you've lost 4 in a row?
If it was Jerry Jones,
GM,
but
Jerry's
I don't know
not
about our
GM.
GM.
Like any other GM other than Jerry Jones.
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
No.
So, they've heard it all. They know what's going on outside their little bubble. They know it. They know they have to win. I mean, this is it. You don't win. I don't know. Who knows where the season goes at that point.
Both Coach and I picked Jacksonville over Houston last week. We were close, Coach. What do you think?
I'm going again. I just don't think this team – there's something going on, but talent-wise, this team is capable of winning any of these games. And so they need to just make the plays when they have the opportunity. I think this is going to be the start of kind of turning it around and then going to London and finishing it off and coming back.
Now.
Yeah.
It's like the Seinfeld episode, starting
now.
If you can get to 3-4, you will feel a little bit different about yourself. Florida State, Clemson. What's the number?
Clemson big.
Clemson big?
Big.
Because it's a 2-touchdown line.
Yeah, I'd lay those points.
Florida, I think UCF wins.
I think UCF wins too. I think it's tight early, but UCF's just going to run. They're just going to wear them down.
Right, and we'll find out if there's another big upset that's just lurking out there among the other ones that are certainly at the top and in the conversation. I don't think Ohio State runs into any trouble, but we'll find out whether or not.
Test at least.
Yeah. All right, so we got 2 shows coming up on the FM dial, the Frangie Show on the AM dial, Rick Ballou. So let's get ready to hand it off.
Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Injury Care Centers, the exclusive provider of BioTarget regenerative therapy for pain. Visit GoBioTarget.com for a location near you.
The Embedded and Shredded joins us now. Hayes Carline ready to rock and roll with the Frangie Show on the FM dial. We picked a W and an L for the weekend between the Gators and the Jags. Can you figure out which one we picked, Hayes?
I'm going to say Gators lose, Jags win.
Okay. You're a smart man. Do you agree with those selections?
Yes, I do. It is certainly tapped. I just think the Colts are, they're so undermanned that, to me, there's just no reason. It would be inexcusable for the Jaguars to lose Sunday to Indianapolis with what they're bringing to town. So, to me, this is I already think they have major problems, but if they can't beat the Colts on Sunday and they go to London 0-5, then it is beyond over. So
I can tell you this.
I think they get off the mat at least for a week and give the fans something to feel good about. So I think the Jaguars get it done. I think it'll be sloppy, but I think the Jaguars win a 20-16 kind of game.
If they don't, and I think Carline will agree with me here, if they don't, I don't think there's enough Tylenol in the world to keep Carline from exploding in the crosstalk on Monday.
You never know. Eventually, one day, I will reach my breaking point. And Monday could be that day. You just stay tuned.
And they may put someone in a dinghy to paddle their way across the Atlantic named Press Taylor.
Maybe the problem is we're coddling these guys too much. And then they put them on to that point, they put them on a craft headed for an ocean voyage, yes. But I would think that they get it done. The Gators, I think, are going to lose. I know they've had a bye week. I know they've, tried to fix the defense. I just think it's unfixable. So I would think UCF goes in there and runs for a bunch of yards, and it'll probably be a pretty entertaining game, but I would think UCF wins that one by, 4 points, maybe like 38-34.
All right, so what is coming up?
We've got a lot of fun stuff coming up on the Frangie Show. First off, it's Frank Frangie's birthday, so you never know what kind of surprises we're going to have in store for that. But we will have Frank will be joined with Doug Peterson, so that should be a lot of fun. Pete Prisco will join us at 5 o'clock to talk all things NFL, and Rafael Esparza will join us to talk about the lines and where they're moving. That Florida UCF line's been all over the place. So we'll get Rafael's thoughts on where he thinks your smart money should be laid this weekend.
Brother man, we will be listening. Sounds good. Enjoy. And heartache one day, celebration the next day. Just go for it, okay?
All right. Great show, guys. Thanks so much. Take care.
All right. Hayes Carline, Frank Frangie.
How do you say that, Menorcan man? Esperanza.
Yeah. It's Rafael Esparza. Esparza.
Okay.
And he'll break it down for them for sure. But you've got that coming up. Rick Ballou on the AM dial, AM 1010. He will go from 4 to 6 this afternoon. And then, Maddie, you'll have the kickoff show at 6.
Yep, JJ and I at 6 o'clock. Kickoff show till 7.
Mm-hmm.
Then Gibby and the boys in the high school team take over.
So, Gibby, give us the games that we've got tonight, and then you guys got Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, well, I think the biggest game of the night in the area, beachside at Coy Creek, that's one to
Huge.
certainly watch. And, yeah, it would be fun. We got Friday Night Lights after all the games are done.
All right, sounds good. Definitely be tuning in throughout the rest of the afternoon into the evening. We say thanks to Gibby for hanging out here, RJ for hanging out there as we are done. Thanks to Florida Home AC. Thanks to ViStar. Thanks to the volunteers.
Yes.
And that includes Kathy and Cotton and all the people here. My man Pat, who has already shown up with the cart to chauffeur Big Sirs, Coach, and Maddie back. And the volunteers, like I said, every year, I like seeing them, and I'm guessing they may like seeing us to make sure that we're all still circling this earth.
Yeah.
Because between Pat and Tom and Al, and you can go on and on and on, all of them have done a great
Plus,
job
they're a little saucy, too. I like that.
Yeah,
they're all a little saucy.
Yeah, they're fired up. We had a good time today. Come on out. Enjoy Furyk and Friends throughout the weekend if you can. And, of course, the Jags on Sunday. Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Sirs, Coach Campo, RJ, take it away.